I am wonderful. How we doing?
Great, great, thank you.
Good. Before you guys traded for Alfred, how much did you study his Louisiana tapes, and did you see that, hey, this is a guy that has the instincts to play at this level?
Well, I think our scouting staff does an amazing job of going to see games, seeing games on tape, and so gave me an opportunity to get a good feel for him after the season and watching him, and pretty impressive to watch, and been pretty good so far.
Did you come out of that summer league? The thing I was impressed with that fearlessness. I mean, he's going to the rim nonstop, regardless whether they came at him or knocked him down, and he just kept attacking the rim. Is that a trait that you saw in him?
It is, and it's pretty controlled, which is a great combination. You don't see all the time where he's able to get to the rim, and but it's not. It's very controlled, so he can make plays. He can keep his dribble, and so that part of it, that. He's beyond his years a little bit in that aspect.
What have you learned about Willie Green, the basketball player, in the last month and a half?
Loves to compete. He is extremely professional on the floor and being in the right spots, being accountable on the floor. He's made shots. He's made decisions with the basketball in his hands on the floor. He's had a good camp.
You were obviously familiar with him and you played against him. How much has his game changed in that time since you left as a player and started as a coach?
I think he would admit that he's not as fast as probably those 10 years ago, but smarter, understands the game, and been on different teams to pick up different nuances and to add to his game. But he's been really good for us in the locker room as well on the floor.
Yeah, but what about him as a person? I mean, his reputation in the league is that he's a wonderful guy.
And I'm glad to see that reputation is living up. He's very approachable. And that's with our young guys, with the other vets. Just got a great way about him, a calm and effect, a voice of reason. And you see it immediately, just the way he carries himself. So it's been good to have him.
Jacque, with Alfred and Victor, they're obviously young guys, still going to have growing pains, but have you thought about how the two of them can set a tone for your defense and disrupt teams right off the bat and make them get into their offense with 12 and stuff like that?
Well, it's interesting. The rules, I don't think we could, full court press for 48 minutes. But I think their ability to create a tone for us on a nightly basis could be there. And they've both taken that task of making defense a priority. Competing against each other in camp has been good for the other guys to see as well.
Somebody mentioned the other day how it seems like they're pushing each other. They're going at each other. Is that something you've seen?
And that's the best way to get something out of camp is support each other, but also push each other in drills and scrimmage and get the most out of competing against one another.
What have you learned from some of these rookies? I know we talking about Alfred, but what about Aaron? What have you learned from him?
A great will to want to get better every day, to get a concept and be challenged with a concept, and try to challenge himself to learn about it and be better at it the next day. A lot gets thrown at these guys that they haven't even thought about before on both ends of the floor, and I really like the mindset that our rookies have had to have a day, reload, and come back and have another good day.
We should have asked you more yesterday about Devin. How has he fared?
He's been good. He was good in the scrimmage yesterday. I think the most impressive thing is he's played extremely hard, and defensively he's been pretty good. Of being able to be in passing lanes, being very active. He does a little bit of everything. He'll have a rebound, he'll have a deflection, he'll get a steal, he'll get out in transition and run, And he was able to do all those things in the scrimmage yesterday.
He told us he split his time between both guard spots in college. And obviously in summer league he was playing more of the 3, which isn't that different from the 2. But how is he adjusting to defending maybe some taller guys?
A technique. Yesterday in our scrimmage, he played multiple positions, and I don't think he struggled with it. Technique. He's been able to lean on. He's been very receptive to all the drill work, and I think he's gotten some out of it.
Joe, how do you approach with a guy like Alfred? I know how you did it last year with Victor of saying this is our guy, but also saying, not too fast, take your time, not too much on his plate. How do you approach that fine line when you have a rookie who's obviously talented like he was and like Victor was last year?
Yeah, you look at the circumstance in which we're in. Different team a little bit, so his framework could be different than how we approach Vic's opportunity. But for him, we'll continue to challenge him with opportunities and how he deals with them. We'll give him all he can handle and see what he does.
Yeah.
How did yesterday go?
Good scrimmage. Good first session. Pretty competitive. Scrimmage was lively. First session, so off we go.
What do you have planned today?
Pretty similar to yesterday. Yeah.
They go once?
We'll go twice. We went twice yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. And are you planning to go tomorrow? And do they know that?
They do not know.
All right, so we won't
You won't
spill the beans to
They do
them.
not know. So we'll see.
Coach, the rookie's going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
What kind of mistakes are you okay with? And are these guys making the rookie-type mistakes? Just because the guys being thrown in there the first time, they're going to do some crazy things. But there's some mistakes that are better than others at this point, right?
Without a doubt. And I think for me, what I look for is how do they respond to the mistakes? That's a big thing for me. And they've all responded in a different way. Some internally, some externally. You take Elfrid, for example. He saw the pass and wasn't able to complete it. But for me, how to respond to it? Then he goes back and he makes a play at the rim. Extremely competitive, smart play. But what I look for is he saw the pass and the thought process of getting to that pass is what I liked from the situation. So I kind of look deeper than just a simple, was it a turnover or was the play executed? And
He recognizes a mistake
without a
and
doubt.
then-
Without, and he's able to continue to play also. But
and then rectify.
and then hold himself accountable. So he does a great job of doing that, of really kind of chastising himself.
What about Aaron? He came in with a defensive reputation. You're not going to look for great things from him offensively, but what has he shown you defensively?
I think overall he likes the challenge of guarding guys, and that's really the first step of defense. You got to enjoy accepting the challenge on a nightly basis, and he's a guy that has the ability to do that. I said the other day he's strong, so he's been able to get over screens and get back in front of a guy, and so that helps your defense when you don't have to react. Add 2 or 3 guys in the mix of stopping the basketball. But the challenge of consistently doing it over again when you play great players every night. And so that'll be his challenge, the mental part of doing it on a nightly basis. But the physical tools I've been impressed with.
What about his feel for where to be on the floor defensively? Good? They're still
Above average, definitely so. Give Coach Miller a lot of credit at Arizona for really, he's been sound. We go through a shell segment the other day, and he was one of the highlights of the shell segment. Every guy did every position, and so the angles are different, the closeouts are different, and he was really good.
Guys good?